As long as I got you, baby. Hello guys, welcome back to another video and to my channel. I have just finished my A-levels, obviously with everything that's going on, not in the conventional way, but I am due to start university soon. I have applied to do psychology at a university. I'm not going to say which one just yet, just because I don't know if I'm going to get there or... yeah. But I've been thinking of videos I wanted to do around like uni and college, and I was thinking that I could do a reverse Q&A, like where I essentially ask you questions in the hope that you can provide me with the answers. This is in part because I have so many questions about uni that I don't really feel I have managed to get answered by the uni themselves. It's more about like university life and just the way it will be, because I'm quite nervous. I don't feel like I am old enough to start university yet, and yeah, I think that's one of the main reasons why I do feel quite uneasy about starting university. But I hope that my questions can be answered, so let's get on with the video. So my first question, or sort of query, is how difficult it will be. And I know this depends on the course, but if you generally think of psychology or just a degree, how hard is it from A level to degree level? Whereas this is because at GCSE, like the difference between GCSE and A level was quite a big jump, and like I don't know how big the gap is between A level and uni. Obviously I know this is subjective, but just a rough gauge would be quite a nice thing to have. Like I know that it's going to be really challenging because obviously it is a degree, it's quite a big thing, but is it going to be really difficult? Like I don't know.
Of course I don't know, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, like I'm prepared to put in a lot more hard work than I did at college, but it's just... My second question is, I'm planning on like I'm planning on commuting to uni, and I sort of wanted to know if that would make me disadvantaged with like making friends, and like I know I'll be with people in my uni like lectures, but I don't know whether that's going to put me at a disadvantage because I'm not in halls with like other students. Like, will I be more isolated? Do I need to put myself out there more than I would if I was in halls? That's one thing that I am a bit worried about, because
I don't have any friends at the moment.
My third question is how similar... I've heard a lot about the first year just being sort of like a catch-up year, and that it's like just trying to get everyone to like a baseline. Like in your experience, is that the case? Like, is it really similar to A level, or like how different is it? Like, is there a noticeable difference between the content that you were taught at A level and the content that you're supposed to be refreshed on in uni? Because I've heard that it's kind of like a waste of a year, and I wanted to know that, like, particularly with psychology, is that the case? Yeah. My my fourth question, I've forgotten. Remembered it. My fourth question is, in the summer between finishing A-levels and starting uni, was there anything you wish you'd like read or prepared for like starting your degree? Like, is there any materials that you can recommend or any sort of advice you can give? Because I'm looking to sort of, where I've got more time, I'm looking to start and sort of get a head start to make it easier for me in the long run. Is there anything that you would recommend, or do I not need to do that? Sorry, these questions are jumping from one thing to the other, but they're just in my head and I'm wanting to get them out before I forget them again. My fifth question is, like, I remember at college, like the first few weeks, everyone really dressed up. Is that the case with uni? Like, do people dress up? Or do they just wear comfy clothes? Like, what's the vibe? I know it probably depends on the uni, but from your experience, like, do people try and sort of dress up and show off? Or is it just you come as you are and people just get on with it? Like, I know obviously it's not a classroom environment as such, but like, I'm an overthinker, so I'll probably dress up really over the top. Well, not over the top, but I'll dress up and then wish I hadn't, and then if I don't dress up, then I'll wish I had. So what did you wear on your like first day? That's one thing I am really nervous for, like my first day. I literally don't know anything about like I visited the campus, but I just don't know anything about what the lectures are going to be like. Do you sit where you want? Like, that sort of thing. I'm really like, I can't imagine it, and I think it's because I haven't visited and like been in the lecture rooms or like the lecture theatres, or like the classrooms, so I can't like visualise what I'm going to do, which is in part why I'm probably so nervous, and actually doing this video is making me more nervous because I'm realising how much of an unknown this is going to be for me. I hope that other people can relate, and that this video can ease that tension, but yeah, that leads me on to my sixth question now, which is like, what are the actual lectures like? Like, I don't understand. Did they just talk at you and say like, today we're going to be doing, I don't know, social influence talk? Like, is there an interaction? Do you have interactions and like discussions a lot? Like, I don't know. I'm just trying to like think of how it could work, or how like it will be, and it's really hard because I've never really done, obviously I've never done anything like this. I've never been to uni. Yeah, and I feel like where I've had so much more time off than you would normally, I've had more chance to sort of think about it, and like I feel like I'm almost ready to start already, and just sort of get over with like that first few days of being like the new kids. And yeah, that actually brings me on to my seventh question, which is there like a divide between first years, second years and third years? Like, do you sort of, like, I know it's a bit like a secondary school thing, or like at college, like, oh, you're a first year, you're new, like, they're like the irritating first years. Is that the case at uni? Like, I know we're all a bit older, but I don't know how much of a sort of, how much more mature is it in that sense? Like, do people just go on with it? Yeah. I think for now I'm going to finish with 7 questions, and then I probably will end up coming back in a minute, which will be a different day for me, but coming back in a minute and sort of seeing if I have any other questions, because at the moment I think that's the main questions I had.